Good evening, everyone. Welcome back again in another weekly market outlook, and hope you are good, doing well, enjoying your weekend, and obviously getting ready for next week. All right, so let's move on. Let's look at the website, and then we're going to look at the setups. If anyone want to join us looking for group membership or looking for one-on-one training, just simply go to membership levels as usual. Okay, we look at the website. Okay, so same way again. Membership levels, group training, one-on-one training. If you're looking for further information, just fill that form and send that form to me for further information. I will try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. And if you are looking for social sites where you can follow me for ideas, updates, and for setups, just simply go to my TradingView profile, or you can get all these links from my YouTube channel in the description box. All right, so check the signature box on TradingView profile, YouTube, website, Twitter, Facebook, Slack, or Telegram. You can get all these links from Telegram, or from TradingView, or from my YouTube channel. Okay, so now let's look at the setups. All right, so some of them we have already posted. All right, I have already posted, and then we're gonna look at the updated one for next week. So dollar chief, okay, dollar chief bounced off, all right, from a previous low, and was pushing higher and correcting. So next week we're gonna look at this to keep dragging higher. Okay, keep breaking that trend and at least had that tag that top or go higher than that. Okay, or another leg lower, and then still gonna be a buy opportunity. Okay, so we're gonna look at that chart too. Euro dollar, all right, so euro dollar dropped from previous top. All right, so we were expecting that expanding triangle formation before as well, when price was somewhere there, if you guys remember that. Okay, that possibility was there. So we got a sharp breakout. Okay, we got a sell off, all right, on the euro dollar, but we did not see a drop on it up to 18. All right, so we were expecting it to keep dragging lower. Okay, and it reversed after hitting 120.20. all right, so still gonna be a breakout opportunity for next week. All right, so we're gonna look at that at that trend line. Right, and pound dollar went lower. Okay, but that it went higher again. Okay, so it's strong. Pound is still strong against the dollar. Okay, and the reason is that UK is going to reopen after 8th of March, and because of that we can see that the pound is strong. All right, so very much likely gonna top over there around 140, 142, 143, these areas for longer term. All right, so we're gonna look at the lower time frame as well. So dollar CAD bounced off from the bottom and went higher up to the trend line. Okay, close to the trend line, not exactly hit that trend line, close to the previous top, and then went lower. So there's gonna be a buy opportunity again. Updated chart is there on the Telegram. Hopefully you have seen. So we have seen sell off on the chief yen. Okay, nice aggressive sell. We're gonna look at the updated chart too. We have seen aggressive sell on the euro yen as well. All right, and next week there's going to be a breakout opportunity over there. Okay, for the downside, that opportunity, or possible more downside on the euro yen. Okay, so we're gonna look at the updated chart. So a pound dollar, that was old chart. Okay, so it just simply gone beyond the previous top. CAD yen also gone beyond the previous top. All right, so we attempted it, selling it, we got a break-even trade. All right, and last week it just broke the previous top and went bit more higher. Okay, in the weekly market outlook we was looking it to drop aggressively from the previous top, so slightly changed. CAD yen and pound dollar, both pairs changed. All right, so Bitcoin, okay, Bitcoin is simply just going beyond the 55,000 mark, all right, or 50,000 mark. Okay, so remember I was asking you to look for it to buy from 30,000. okay, so we have almost seen 50% strength on the Bitcoin. All right, so since then, so if I'm gonna go to the old chart on a Bitcoin and have a look on that old chart. All right, so there when it was testing the 30,000 mark. All right, and since then we have seen almost not 50%, sorry, we have seen 100% strength on Bitcoin from 30,000. All right, so it is just about to hit 60,000. All right, so we can say that, you know, it's 100% rise on Bitcoin. All right, and that was the chart. Okay, so watch bounce off from 30,000. So it still has a potential to keep pushing more higher. All right, another 10-15,000 you know, rise on Bitcoin is just nothing. Volatility is so strong on it. Okay, and it still can keep pushing higher. There is no sign at all for sell off on the Bitcoin yet. So let's move on to the setups for next week. Okay, so my chart's not going to be with structure and patterns today, going to be simple, and let's simply go to the point. All right, so dollar index, okay, as we can see that clearly over there, risk on move is so strong, and market is expecting that we're going to have inflation, you know, sooner than expected. All right, and because of that, we are having, you know, strong commodities. We can say that super cycle. All right, so commodities are just gaining very, very aggressively. The copper is the best chart right now, we can say. Okay, and also we are having yield is just pushing higher, which is a very good sign that you know, dollar weakness is just about to end, or we can say that closer to corner. All right, so the higher the yield goes means that inflation, you know, expectations going to keep rising. Okay, and those expectations also going to force the Fed to do something with the easy monetary policy. Okay, and eventually which can drive the dollar higher. Okay, so far dollar is in a bearish trend, still can continue to keep dragging lower. Okay, we still can see another breakout for the downside. Okay, that one more leg is still possible on the dollar index back to that low, or maybe new low, before going to see it to reverse for longer term. All right, so when you are buying the dollar, then make sure you understand that dollar is still in a bearish trend. Okay, and can drag more downside. Okay, so for next week, we are simply looking for this to bounce off. All right, it bounced off already, but it did not continue to keep pushing more higher. Okay, we were expecting it to break the previous top. Okay, so simple analysis, if price keep correcting over there, okay, then breakout and then tag that low or new low. All right, okay, so correction and just keep dragging lower, and then again from the low reverse. Okay, so if bounce off the way it has done previously, which we are looking for, okay, correct, and then continue to go higher. We are expecting this move to happen next week. All right, so you are simply looking for this to bounce off very, very aggressively the way it has done previously, and just simply look for it to continue to keep pushing higher. Okay, correct over there and that move. All right, so that's the dollar index. Euro dollar, just simply reverse the chart. All right, or invert the chart. Okay, so same analysis goes with the dollar index, euro dollar. Okay, we still can see another leg lower of this euro dollar chart back to the previous bottom or new low, as we can see that the trend is still bearish. Okay, this previous low before going to go back up. All right, so if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame analysis and gonna invert my chart, gonna correct it, and then gonna go to the lower time frame, you are simply looking for this analysis to play out for next week. All right, so we got a drop over there and the flag. Okay, so once market gonna open, you are simply looking for this to break down aggressively. All right, there is a lower time frame correction over there. Okay, that correction to break out and this move to happen all the way back to that low, or at least up to this low. All right, and dollar chief is also same analysis, just keep pushing higher. As said, we still can see another leg lower. All right, so if I'm gonna go to the weekly chart, we are still in a bearish trend. Okay, and within that bearish trend, another leg to the downside is still possible before going to have a longer term reversal. Okay, this one more leg before going to reverse for longer term. All right, so if I'm gonna look at the 4-hour time frame chart and gonna look at the this chart. Okay, so we are having a correction over there. Okay, now that correction to break out, okay, and continue to keep pushing higher. All right, so if I'm gonna go to the lower time frame, We already got a nice move over there. All right, and if I'm gonna draw some arrows on my chart, okay, so either go down for another leg like dollar index. Dollar index is sitting at the previous bottom. All right, so dollar index is sitting at this previous low. Okay, so dollar chip still can drag for another leg lower. All right, so back to that low before going to continue to go higher. So my is this for this is the structure for next week. All right, so you're simply looking for breakout on both direction, breakout and keep pushing higher. Okay, our breakdown of this 1 hour time frame correction, tag that low and then again continue to keep pushing higher after hitting this previous impulse. All right, that's the dollar chief. All right, so dollar CAD is just simply sitting at the floor. All right, or we can see that it's trying to break the previous bottom or previous floor. Okay, so if I'm gonna look at this chart, all right, so it's testing the previous bottom. So what you are looking again, just buy the bounce off again. All right, on the dollar CAD. Yeah, so you're waiting for bounce off, buy, correct. This is the trade. If rise very aggressively, then continue to keep pushing more higher. All right, so yeah, once you're gonna look for buy, make sure you understand that this also can break out. Okay, we are in a strong bearish trend since since last March. Okay, so if I'm gonna look at the old chart, we are in a strong bearish trend. Okay, and it has the potential to keep pushing lower all the way back to 20 before going to give us a longer term reversal, but we are expecting it to at least pull back. All right, so at least pull back again within this channel, or at least go a bit more higher. All right, go a bit more higher. So still a strong bearish trend. All right, so your trade gonna be very much similar like the previous one. All right, and this old chart, all right, still can push slightly more lower before going to reverse. Okay, we still can see new low over there. Okay, this new low before going to see a reversal over there on the dollar CAD. So if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, all right, so lower time frame analysis, and once mark you're gonna open, you simply looking for this 15-minute correction to break out and dollar CAD to continue to go higher. Okay, so you already got a nice bounce off on it, you got a correction on it, all right, and once mark you're gonna open, you're looking for breakout over there. Okay, and looking for this to continue to go higher. All right, so simple analysis. And there too, okay, there too, so looking for this 15-minute correction to break out and continue to keep dragging lower. So your target should be around 171 on the New Zealand dollar. Okay, so if I'm gonna look at the bigger time frame analysis, bigger time frame chart, we are having a strong strong weekly bullish trend on a New Zealand dollar and US dollar. Okay, and it is struggling. All right, so it is struggling at the previous top. Yeah, since we can see that 7th of January it is struggling. All right, so we may see next week a nice pullback over there back to these previous lows. All right, so yes, breakout is possible. It can also break the previous top, as I have shown the dollar index. All right, dollar index still can go lower another leg on a bigger time frame, like weekly time frame. If we are going to see that, then obviously you're going to see price reversal from there on this chart from 73.20. Yeah, it's going to go higher, similar way the way we have seen strength on the Australian dollar, US dollar. Okay, so it's simply gone beyond this previous top. Okay, so we were looking for a flat formation last week, if you remember. Okay, that kind of flat formation I was showing, and if you remember that, I was asking you to look for this short-term one more up move before going to drop. All right, so we are still within that, and it has broke out this previous top. So similar way we can see price can go beyond that top too on the New Zealand dollar, US dollar before going to reverse. Okay, but you should not wait for this to break the previous top and then you're gonna get in. You just simply need to watch the price action. Okay, so price action, which way price action is just going to appear. you are simply looking for a price action to the downside, all right? And the correction is already there. This correction to happen, which is just there on a 15-minute time frame, and that's going to be the trade all the way back to that low or go back to these areas. All right. So if I'm going to look at the lower time frame, price to stay sideways, okay, on this chart. That's the reason I have shown, 15-minute correction to break out to the downside. All right, that's the correction. This correction to break out, correct more, keep dragging lower all the way back to that low. In case if it breaks the previous top, okay, and goes slightly higher, so still look for this to drop back within the sideways market. Okay, so pound is still strong, okay, and still in a trend, still keep pushing higher. But what we can see that there on the pound, we can see that the weekly wave which we were anticipating on pound in March is about to end over there, okay. And when we were anticipating that pound gonna go back up to 145, people were not anticipating that. They were anticipating that pound gonna go much lower, all right. But it was worth taking to go along on the pound from that low from March, all right. So we are about to finish that weekly wave close to this previous top, okay, where we can see that the pound gonna struggle, all right. And if fundamentals gonna support dollar strength, all right, then we may see, again a longer term drop over there back within these areas, which is not there right now, okay. This bigger move, weekly move, is not there. So right now market is expecting rate hike quicker than Fed was predicting, all right. If so, if Fed is going to follow the market and going to start reacting to the market, going to start to the higher yield, okay, then we may see big reversals over there, big reversals everywhere, not just on the pound, okay. We're gonna see big drop on specifically on the commodities, okay, which are extremely high right now, okay. Commodities are still has a lot of potential to push more higher. So it all depends on the Fed, how they are going to communicate with the market on a higher yield, all right. So we may see again longer term reversal on it. So that's a longer term analysis. So we'll see how fundamentals going to develop over there. So for next week, so let's just simply go to the lower time frame, okay, and let's go to the 4-hour time frame. And as long as pound is keep correcting, okay, then another leg higher. As long as keep correcting, another leg higher. All right, and once it start falling very, very aggressively, okay, then start looking for this to drop back within these areas, okay, back to 136. So if it corrects next week again for other correction like that, all right, so simple analysis, another leg higher, okay, another leg higher. If it corrects again, another leg higher. As long as price keep correcting, simply another leg higher. All right, and what you are waiting for a big drop, okay, so a sharp sell off over there. Sharp sell off comes, correct, okay, drop back to these lows, back within these areas. Okay, so if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, price is still trying to correct over there for more upside. As I said, guys, UK is going to reopen, all right, and after the lockdown, which is driving the pound higher, so it still can slightly push higher before going to drop to the downside, okay. So you are simply looking next week it to go down very, very aggressively, or if not, sharp move is not coming over there, then correct and stay short-term trending for another leg higher. All right, so pound, Australian dollar and US dollar is also in a strong bullish trend. We can see over there, market is just simply repeating the same cycle, the cycle which we have seen after 2008, all right? So similar kind of strength, okay? So it has a lot of potential to run, okay? This currency has a lot of potential to run for more upside, all right? So if so, then you shouldn't be a seller over there. Just simply stay short-term bullish, corrections, short-term bullish. As long as price keep correcting, stay short-term bullish, all right? And once price start falling very, very aggressively, then you are looking for a bigger correction or big drop on it. Okay, so far that's not there, all right? And price is still in a trend, okay? And you are simply looking for this to keep correcting and all right, keep slowly pushing higher. Okay, so for next week, very much same analysis like pound dollar. Okay, correct for another 4-hour time frame and another push up. All right, and if you see that the sharp sell-off is just coming over there, okay, correction is not appearing, correction is coming, okay, then another leg lower back to these areas, flat formation. So we are very less likely looking for that move. We are more likely looking for the flat formation or expanding triangle formation. Okay, so once we're gonna have a good price section over there, so we will start selling the Australian dollar. Okay, we will start selling this back to these areas, okay, for a flat formation. So again, we are in a trend. Okay, so if correct on a 1 hour to 4-hour time frame, short term one more up leg, okay, and keep taking your profit rather than staying into the trade for more upside is not a good way, okay, to trade on these pairs. So just trade short term, trade 15 to 30 minute time frame on these charts and keep taking your trade off. All right, and anywhere where you see that the trend is very, very strong, all right, so since March, so you can trade on those charts, but for short term, longer term trades are not there. Big reversals are not there. Okay, so dollar yen, yes, there is a longer term reversal on this chart. Okay, so this chart gonna give you a longer term reversal. So we believe that reversal is already on its way on the dollar yen, okay, for longer term. Yeah, so we have seen that chart too last week. So let's straight away go to the lower time frame. So once market gonna open, you are simply looking for a breakout. All right, simply a breakout on this chart and this to continue to keep pushing higher. A breakout trade over there, okay, and there you can hold your trade for much longer term if price keep rising very, very aggressively. Okay, so it still can drag lower, all right, for another leg lower before going to breakout. Okay, so you're looking for that move next week. All right, this next leg higher like this previous one, okay, or like these previous one. All right, so yeah, breakout. Once price correct, complete its correction, then breakout and continue to go higher. So breakout. All right, so if you don't see breakout, all right, and price start correcting over there, a 4-hour time frame correction, all right, so 4-hour time frame correction, okay, then you can expect it to continue to keep dragging lower. So we are less interested into that move, all right, so we are not looking that wave, so we are more interested to see a break up and next leg higher after having that 4-hour correction completion. All right, so there you are looking for breakout to the downside. All right, so rather than looking for breakout on this chart for upside, there you are looking to, trade for the downside. Okay, a very nice chart, very clear, chart to watch. Struggling, euro yen is just simply struggling to push more higher. It's correcting nicely. Once market gonna open, you're simply looking for this to break out and continue to keep dragging lower. So stay bearish on this chart. All right, every time and you see that the move is forming new highs, so start looking this chart bear for the downside, okay, because it has the potential to go more downside. Yes, we can see there clearly that the indices are just keep rising. Nikki Index is just keep rising, all right, and because of that, yen is losing its value very, very aggressively, okay, but euro is not losing, gaining the way we are having strength on the other pairs against the yen. Okay, so if we are going to see a bigger correction on the indices, all right, then we're gonna see a sharp sell-off on this chart. All right, or we can see a big sharp move to the downside on all yen pairs. All right, but euro is struggling, all right, which can drop quicker than the others. Okay, so that's the reason we love to see sell-off every time, and when we see that the euro is just going higher. Okay, so we saw last time, and then this chart too, okay, and then last time that chart, all right, and it is just going for that next leg, okay, which was there in this chart. Okay, that next leg is just completed at that top. We are just simply looking this to continue to, this arrow, okay, this arrow to continue to keep dragging lower. Okay, go up to that trend line and again go back up, or big drop, give us a big drop. Okay, so analysis is very much same, simple. If you trade just based on the candlestick chart patterns, all right, candlestick patterns, okay, then this is a perfect candlestick patterns for you. You got a pin bar over there, you're looking price to pull back somewhere there within these areas, okay, and or 50% retracement of that pin bar, okay, stop just simply behind that, and you're looking short-term trade back to that low, all right, or up to that trend line. And in a very good scenario, okay, if move is going to be pretty sharp sell off, okay, then you can extend your target somewhere there within these areas, all right. Or if you are not a pin bar trader, all right, and you are looking for a clear breakout, okay, then you can get into the trade on a breakout, all right, and you can, you know, put stop somewhere there or behind that, okay, based on your risk. Okay, so this is a clear chart. You're simply looking for that to break out and continue to keep dragging lower. So if I'm gonna look at the chief yen, this is also a same a chart, okay, already gone lower. That was a good trade, by the way. Yeah, so yeah, we got a good price action on it, all right. So price is again holding that you know, top, that resistance, all right, and reversed every time when it came close to that top, all right, very aggressively. You can see over there, all right, and similar price action is just appearing over there. So if you're a trader trade based on the pin bar, okay, then again this is a pin bar, weekly pin bar, then the next week candle should be something like that, all right, a big bearish candle over there. Okay, so what you are simply looking over there, I mean, trade is very much gone over there, by the way. So let me look at the chart, all right. So trade is very much gone over there. When I was showing that the watch price action need to go lower, so it already, you know, it slightly went higher with 50 pip and then dropped aggressively to the downside. Okay, so I assume that you guys are already into the trade from that top and having a decent return on it from at the current price, okay. And if not, then you are simply looking, I mean, it has broken the next correction too, right? We were looking for that correction to break out and continue to keep dragging lower in our room, all right. So we already got that breakout, and let me check if I do get a chart quickly. So we got a breakout on this chart too, and we are looking this to just keep dragging lower for more downside, all right. And yeah, there you got. All right, that's the euro yen, chief yen. We were looking for this to break out. We are having breakout, okay, and we were expecting similar kind of breakout on the euro yen. So all right, so yeah, so wait for the sharp breakdown, which is just happening right now, all right. And yes, euro yen is also a same chart like the chief yen. So now let's look at the possibility, okay, if you are not into the trade from the top, where you can get into the trade. Wait for this to get a bit more higher, okay, a flat for you know, expanding triangle formation. So breakout is already happened over there, so you shouldn't be chased the price over there for entry, okay. So wait for this to pull back, all right, and then again you are looking for this to continue to keep dragging lower, okay. If it is not pulling back, then you are simply looking for this to keep dragging lower and correct for another time similar way, okay, and then continue to keep dragging lower all the way back to that low or go up to 116, all right, 116. So it has the potential to go, you know, even lower than 116, lower than these lows, all right. So chief yen and Uzi yen, so just stay trending on these charts, all right. Don't counter them, just stay trending for a short term on these charts. As long as they keep correcting on 1 to 4 hour time frame, okay, just short term trending, short term up, okay. So short term bullish, and once you see that the book movement, I mean, let me tell you guys, when these charts gonna drop, okay, these charts gonna drop when commodity is gonna drop, commodity price is gonna drop, okay. And the most important commodity is the copper right now, all right, copper. Okay, copper is just, you know, breaking everything, all right, and going back to the 2008 you know, top, we are just about to tag the 2008 top. All right. Okay, so we are just about to tag the 2008 top. Okay, and I'm anticipating that we're gonna see again sharp sell-off on the copper. Okay, from these tops. Okay, we're gonna see again sharp sell-off. Okay, a big drop, similar kind of drop on copper, a big move, big opportunities just farming over there for you for longer term sell-off on the copper. All right, the strength. Okay, remember. Do you remember that when I was showing a buy opportunity on copper, it was there in the March last year, all right? There when it was testing that low. Since then, copper is just rising since crash. Okay, it is since then it is just keep correcting, rising, correcting. There where we were expecting it to drop for another leg lower sideways market. Okay, but we haven't seen a sharp price section over there for drop. Okay, and it was just keep rising. So since then it is just keep rising. All right, and it still has the potential to go slightly higher than that top. Okay, higher than that top. Okay, once you see that the sharp sell-off is just coming over there on the copper, okay, then we're gonna see currencies which are correlated with the commodities, they're gonna start dropping lower. Okay, until then, so just stay short-term bullish. All right, so 15-30 minute or 4-hour time frame correction, short-term buy. And once you see that the boom sharp sell is coming, okay, there is the sharp sell. All right, then we're gonna see reversals over there. So this sharp sell gonna come. All right, so Fed cannot keep putting money into the market. At some point they're gonna stop. All right, and once they're gonna stop, then you're gonna see sharp sell off. Okay, those who are buying right now, okay, then they're gonna start fearing that the Fed is going to raise the interest rate because of the higher inflation. Okay, then again market gonna start to behave to the normal cycle. Okay, so if I'm gonna look at this Australian dollar and yen, okay, so this still has the potential to push more higher. All right, so if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame analysis and 4-hour time frame rather than the bigger time frame, as you guys remember that last week I was asking you to look for another leg higher. All right, another leg higher. So same again this week, nothing new. All right, as long as prices just keep correcting, you are bullish. And once that you see that the sharp sell-off come in, then you start countering them. Okay, another correction to form and price to just keep pushing higher. Okay, another correction, another leg higher. All right. Okay, so once you see that the sharp sell-off is just coming, okay, then start selling it. Okay, then sell it. Otherwise, wait and just trade with the trend for short term. All right, so that's the Aussie yen, and Kiwi yen is also the same chart. Okay, so Kiwi yen weekly time frame chart is also reversing from the bottom for longer term. All right, and still in a bullish trend. Okay, so what you should do, you should just simply follow the trend. Okay, so last week we were expecting it to drop very aggressively from there. All right, at that top. Okay, so we got a sell off. Okay, but we did not see a bigger sell off over there. We got a small trade over there, and then price again went trending for upside. Okay, so since then price is trending. All right, since March we can say that the price is trending. So you're simply looking for another correction for next week when market gonna open, and another push up. All right, similar like this previous one. If I'm gonna draw a trend line over there, okay, there you can see the trend line. And if I'm gonna pull out my another trend line over there. Okay, so correct for another time and then push up for more upside. Okay, sharp sell, correct, and then you are looking for this to continue to keep dragging lower. CAD yen also same. All right, so CAD yen also same. Weekly time frame chart is just trying to reverse very aggressively for upside. All right, since March. Okay, and if I'm gonna look at the 4-hour time frame chart and same analysis. Okay, so we are still, let me go to the daily time frame chart. All right, we are still expecting it to at least drop back within that daily time frame, you know, correction. Okay, so something like that. Okay, bigger correction before going to push up, something like that, bigger correction to happen. Okay, but so far that's not there. For next week, you are just simply looking for this to stay above the trend. If so, then another leg higher, and if sharp sell comes over there, okay, then start selling it. Okay, because trend is still intact. All right, oil strong, copper strong, commodities are pushing, you know, CAD higher, commodities are pushing Australian dollar higher. All right, okay, so correct and another push up, right? Correct and another push up. Okay, so once price fall very aggressively and break the trend, 4-hour time frame trend, okay, then start selling them all the way back to the daily time frame line. Okay, so same goes with the pound yen. Okay, pound is strong because of the US, I mean UK is going to reopen. All right, and this weekly, you know, wave is about to end close to this previous top. All right, so we still have room over there. This still can push more higher, but again, if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, okay, so same analysis which I have just shown on the, you know, CAD yen chart. All right, so as long as price stay trending and keep correcting, okay, so the short term bullish. All right, look, waiting for a sharp sell-off. Okay, when it comes, okay, then you're chasing the bearish move. All right, if strong sell-off is not coming, then you are simply following the trend. All right, you are simply just following the corrections and price to just keep rising, right, and keep breaking up. All right, keep breaking up. So we are expecting, you know, a sharp sell-off on pound pairs, and looking for pound pairs to reverse. All right, because we don't see potential on the pound pairs for more upside. Okay, the potential on pound pairs for more upside, specifically against the dollar, is limited. All right, and we're buying the pound against the New Zealand dollar, against the Australian dollar for longer term. You know, there is potential for longer term reversal, and selling pound against the dollar and against the CAD going to give you a good potential for longer term. All right, and selling pound against the yen, yeah, also can give you a potential. All right, but right now, as I said, risk on move is very strong. We are having, you know, strength on the commodities and equities. That's the reason we are not having a big drop. So market is just keep pushing with the previous trend. All right, so short term more upside with the previous trend. All right, okay, so there where you are looking the same trade, okay, which I have just shown on the Australian dollar, US dollar. Okay, so it's trying to break it has already broken, by the way, previous top. All right, and coming close to the previous, you know, weekly top. Yeah, trying to come closer to that top. All right, so again, commodities, currencies. Okay, both currencies are commodities. So, you know, you are looking simply this to go back within the flat formation or expanding triangle formation. All right, so, or if I'm gonna look at the 1-hour time frame chart, price is trending. All right, so you simply looking for this to drop, okay, correct, and go down. Okay, that's the trade. All right, if drop is not coming, which we are anticipating, all right, and it is correcting again, slow drop, okay, slow drop is coming, then push up for another leg higher. All right, and once price go complete the next leg higher, then again drop. All right, so looking for a drop on this chart all the way back to these lows. All right, so Kiwi CAD was a good trade. All right, and Kiwi CAD is also in a trend. Okay, and there is a trade for next week simply. All right, and you look in this to slightly push more higher. Okay, go slightly more higher, break this previous top. All right, and tag that top. All right, and then you are looking for again this to go back, okay, at least up to this low or that bottom. Okay, so this is a good trade again. All right, so don't buy it at the current price. Okay, so let this to push more higher slightly, for another 20-30 pip. All right, and once price finish its move for upside, then start looking for this to drop. All right, so simple analysis on this chart. Okay, so on this 4-hour time frame, there is a correction. All right, that correction, when market gonna open, you're looking for this to drop very aggressively. Okay, so sell it on a strong breakout. All right, or watch price action at these previous tops for sell off. All right, and make sure you manage your position once you get into the trade from this previous top. Okay, because this pair still has a potential to push more another leg higher before dropping to the downside. Okay, if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, yeah, because Australian dollar is stronger than the New Zealand dollar, okay, which is driving this pair higher. So we are assuming Australian dollar to go lower, which means that copper needs to get weaker, all right, or commodities needs to get weaker, okay, which is gonna drive, or we can say that the dollar needs to get stronger. Right, then you're gonna see a drop on, sharp drop here on the Australian dollar against the New Zealand dollar. So you're looking for a, strong breakout. Okay, so you're gonna see move everywhere, not just on this pair. Right, we're gonna see move everywhere, not just on this pair. So you need to understand the broader market, not just one pair, guys. Okay, so if you're gonna just stick to the one pair and gonna ignore the rest of the market, all right, then you may end up at a bad spot. All right, I mean, you can get into the market on a bad price, right? So why Australian dollar is getting strong? Okay, because commodities are getting strong, all right? Why New Zealand dollar is not getting strong against the Australian dollar, all right? Because New Zealand dollar has almost already made its, aggressive move as with compared to the other currencies, other risk on currencies, all right? And also, New Zealand economy size is not bigger than Australia, right? So Australian economy is bigger than the New Zealand economy. Okay, so there are many other factors which are putting pressure on the New Zealand dollar right now, and because of that, New Zealand dollar is not getting strong like we have seen strength on the New Zealand dollar when other countries were in lockdown and New Zealand wasn't in lockdown. Okay, and we were having strength on the New Zealand dollar, and now New Zealand dollar strength is just we can say that struggling, all right, and the other currencies are picking up. So keep that thing in mind as well. Okay, so Mexico central bank is looking to ease more this year. Okay, if so, then we're gonna see a big move over there. Okay, yeah, not up to that much top, all right, not up to that high, all right, yeah, possible up to 23. Okay, possible up to 23 on this chart. So as you guys know that we are in a strong trend. Okay, we are in a strong trending market. Okay, and Mexican central bank is still looking for easing, and other banks are looking, many other banks are moving towards hawkish policy. All right, so what you are simply looking a flat formation on this chart, all right, or ABC move, guys, simply. Okay, so another leg lower, back to that low, and then continue to keep pushing higher, or simply break out very aggressively and continue the trend. Okay, so for this move at current price, yeah, so you have to watch lower time frame corrections very closely to buy the dollar against the Mexican peso, okay, for more upside. All right, so you need to watch those corrections very carefully to be into the trend for more upside. Okay, so I will suggest you to let the price fall back at close to 20, okay, and then start looking for buy on the dollar peso for upside. Okay, so you can trade on this chart for short term, and once you see that this short move is just coming, then you can stay in for longer term as well. Okay, so dollar rand is also very much similar like the dollar peso, all right, and we believe that we're gonna see a pullback on this chart at least up to that top. All right, okay, this corrective downtrend to break out. Okay, and price to go all the way back to that top, or in a bit in a good scenario go a bit more higher. All right, so this is also a longer term bullish chart. All right, and if I'm going to look at the lower time frame, all right, price is already correcting on a 4-hour time frame. Let me make it, you know, easy for you rather than looking at the lower time frame. Okay, so you're simply looking for a breakout on this chart, okay, for next week and continue to go higher, or another leg lower. Okay, test that low again, and then you know, bounce up from that low. All right, so Euro New Zealand dollar is in a strong bearish trend, or we can say that you know, Euro is not gaining at all. All right, Euro is under pressure because of the ECB. Yeah, ECB don't want stronger Euro, so Euro is just keep dragging lower. Okay, and this is struggling to push more lower. Okay, we can see over there this weekly time frame chart is struggling to push more lower. There we can see, okay, we got a longer term reversal on this chart. So we are not expecting, you know, this kind of breakout. We are expecting it to break out up to that top. All right, and again, this is going to be a counter trend trade. Okay, there are many other factors which you need to keep in your mind when you go against the bearish trend. Okay, so we are still in a bearish move on this chart. Okay, so next week when market gonna open, you're simply looking for a similar kind of move which have just shown on the New Zealand dollar US dollar. Okay, New Zealand dollar US dollar to drop very aggressively and go back into the sideways market. Okay, and this chart to bounce off very aggressively, correct, and go back up all the way back to that top, or simply another correction over there for more downside. Okay, similar like this previous one. All right, another correction and stay trending for the downside. So look at the lower time frame. Okay, when market can open, look at the lower time frame and price to rise aggressively. Okay, rise, correct, and go back up. Okay, so same goes with this chart. We got a sell on this chart, but again we got a, you know, not a big sell off on it, right? And we got a, you know, a counter trend on it. Okay, we got a counter trend on it, and price, you know, reversed without hitting the trend and gone higher. So again, same analysis. Okay, either go for another correction like these previous, all right, as shown on the Euro New Zealand dollar, and continue to go higher, or give us a sharp sell off. Okay, correct and drag lower. Okay, as I said, we need fundamental change. Okay, if we get a fundamental change, all right, I mean, central banks are having super easy monetary policy. Okay, if they change, then you're gonna see change in the trend. Until then, you're gonna see short-term push-ups. Okay, so correct, more push-up, trending for upside, or another sharp sell-off, correct, and drag lower all the way back to the trend line, or break the trend line a bit more lower. Catch chief to push more higher, okay, and then drop. All right, so catch chief to go beyond that top, and then you are looking at this to go lower. So if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, 4-hour time frame, it's trending very much similar way the way you have seen strength on the CAD yen. All right, both pairs are just doing exactly same, or we can say that the Euro CAD. Okay, so this is the trend. Okay, on that trend, correct and push more higher, correct and push more higher. All right, correction, these previous corrections. Okay, or give us a sharp sell off. Okay, give us a sharp sell off. We got a sell off on this chart, you know, previous week. All right, but we did not see, you know, more downside. And last week I was asking you to look for a, you know, flat formation for more downside. Price just simply broke out and went for next leg. All right, so again this week you are looking for a sharp sell-off, correction, stop behind that, and that trade all the way back to the trend. If move is going to be pretty sharp, okay, then you can look for this to go lower, or simply just go back up for another leg higher and then drop. Okay, so CAD chief, Euro CAD is also same analysis. All right, Euro CAD to test this low. Okay, keep dragging lower. Okay, so keep dragging lower, test that low, and then go back up. Okay, we don't have a perfect opportunity right now on this chart for the downside. Okay, But what you can expect this to bounce off from the current price. If it is going to bounce off, then you can start looking for this to go back up. All right. Okay, from current price, bounce off, correct, and go back up. All right. So rather than looking for sell opportunity, watch previous low and look for buy. Okay, so euro pound is also in a strong bearish trend, or we can say that a longer term reversal. Let me check if I do have a weekly chart. Weekly chart is very old. All right. Okay, so this might be a longer term reversal on the euro pound all the way back to 70, or maybe much lower than that on euro against the pound. All right. So on daily time frame, okay, on daily time frame, price can keep dragging lower all the way up to 83 areas. Okay, so 83 back to these levels where it was. So how you can trade on this chart? Okay, so you simply can follow the corrections. Okay, as long as price keep correcting, stay trending for short term, as said on the other pairs. Okay, not a big, big sell opportunity. Okay, so stay trending and let the price correct for another time. Okay, and break the trend and keep dragging lower. Okay, keep correcting, keep dragging lower. As long as price keep correcting the way it is correcting right now there. Okay, so short term, one more leg lower, one more leg lower. All right, and once price bounce off very aggressively, okay, then reverse the then go for another leg, go back up. Okay, within these areas. Okay, flat formation, we can say a bigger flat formation, and then continue to keep dragging lower. So there is no reason at the moment for that move. As I said, guys, UK is going back to normal, all right, which is driving the pound higher. All right, and the reason is not there right now on the euro strength against the pound. Okay, so we have seen previously this pair has done many times. The way it is doing right now, yeah, it can keep correcting all the way back to these lows slowly the way it is doing right now. Okay, we have seen this price action before, keep dragging lower slowly. So it is doing same again. There is no buy opportunity as long as price keep correcting. All right, so don't just go against the trend, and once you see that the short move is coming, then for upside, then you can expect it to go back up. So stay bearish as long as trend is there. Okay, so same goes with this chart with the pound chief. All right, doing very much similar way, the way we have just seen on the pound yen chart. Okay, so we got a weekly move. Yeah, another weekly move is just trying to appear over there. Or if I'm gonna pull out my pound dollar chart. Okay, so not a huge difference over there. So same formation you guys are experiencing over there on the pound chief chart. All right, so pound is about to test that pound dollar. Okay, is about to test that top. All right, pound chief is still in a huge lag, all right, over there. Okay, and it can keep pushing higher all the way back to that top. Okay, so as long as price is in trend, okay, so you're simply looking for this to keep pushing higher all the way back to that top. Yeah, got it? It's easy stuff. All right, by looking at the pound dollar, you know that there is still a trend. Okay, so go to the, okay, so as I have shown you weaknesses on the chief yen. Okay, if chief yen goes lower, means that we're gonna have weaknesses on the chief yen, then this pair is not going to drop. Okay, it will keep the trend intact. We were expecting it to hold these areas. We were expecting it to give us some price action over there, within these areas. So we never got that. Okay, we got that, but for short term on lower time frames. Okay, and those turns, corrections, and prices just keep pushing higher. It broke this previous top and going for a bigger weekly move for the upside. Okay, so as long as price keep correcting that way, the way it has done previously over there, okay, another leg higher, so short them up. Correct, short them up. All right, so if I'm gonna look at the aura time frame, Okay, so trend is there. Okay, correct for another time for next week. All right, and trending, keep trending. All right, correct, and keep trending. So you can even trade on a 15 to 30 minute time frame for upside. Okay, but for those trades you must need to manage your position really well. Okay, and need to keep your profit off from the market. Okay, so I'm talking about this move which has already gone over there. So similar way like that again. Okay, so that trade. Okay, so stop just behind that low, and next leg. All right, and short term target with this previous top or next leg higher. So similar kind of correction required over there for another short term up leg. All right, so that way you can trade, or you can use moving averages to get the idea that where your buy opportunity can form over there. Yeah, so moving averages you guys can use. Okay, so it's a very simple indicators, so you can get every all the time. So price to correct back within these moving averages and stay trending for short and for upside. Okay, for short term trending moves for upside. So euro Australian dollar is also strong bearish, and we were expecting it to bounce off from this previous low last week, and we did not see bounce off, and we never buy that from this previous low, and it is just keep dragging lower. This chart is also struggling. All right, I mean not struggling after last week, all right, but it was struggling. All right, it was struggling there, and we were expecting a deeper pullback. So again, market is just repeating the similar way, guys, the way it has done after 2008. Okay, there you can see, and there is a lot of room over there. Okay, so central bank easing. All right, monetary policy easing after 2008 and 8 recession, and we have seen a tremendous weaknesses on the risk on currency. Safe havens and strength on the risk on currencies. Okay, so that's what Australian dollar is doing right now. Okay, and hell of room is over there, guys. So again, when you buy that, okay, make sure you understand that what you are doing. Okay, so when you're gonna buy that, you're gonna go against the trend. The trend is there right now. Okay, so we were attempting that. Okay, there we are still attempting for short-term buy. Okay, and when we are having a nice decent bigger corrections, we are going with the trend. Okay, so something like that, we are going with the trend. So since then prices just keep falling after that chart. All right, so since then prices is in a strong bearish trend on the euro and on Australian dollar. So for that we need a decent correction was there. Okay, if you remember on 7th of I think the 1st February weekly market outlook. All right, so I was asking you to look for trade there for short-term trade back to that low or all the way back to that low. So that continuation correction, that correction is just simply going lower. All right, and for another continuation trade for the downside like that or like that, we need to see another pullback, something like that, 4-hour time frame pullback. Okay, and then trending move to the downside. All right, or what you can do, you can wait for the price to bounce off very aggressively from the current price. Okay, and then go into the 4-hour correction. Okay, like that, or go into a daily correction. All right, so again, it's in a strong trending chart. All right, to the downside. If I'm going to invert that chart, okay, so my chart is very much similar like the other charts. Okay, yeah, that trend on a 4-hour time frame, price is forming new low. Yeah, so you need to see another correction there and then continuation. Okay, or you have to wait for a sharp sell-off, correct, and then you can expect it to reverse. All right, so same analysis on this chart too. Yeah, they are trending to the downside. You are waiting a very strong rise from the current price, then you are into the trade. If strong buy is not coming, okay, so when I say, guys, just try to understand that. Okay, when I say that the strong buying or strong selling, yeah, or correction. The strong buying, strong selling means that when a lot of buyers are coming into the market at a same price, okay, or we can say that the big buyers are coming into the market at a current price, okay. So we see that very often in the stock market, okay. Volume indicator is a very good indication in the stock market, okay. We see, you know, every day, you know, stock individual stocks goes higher from $2 $3 to goes to $20 to $2 to $13 $15. Let me check if I do get a chart over there, okay, and let me tell you what I'm talking about. Let me check if I get a chart. I think I don't remember the name of that symbol. All right, so last week we have seen strength on that. Was an individual, you know, chart, individual stock, individual company stock, right? And I think it's called VXCN or VCN, something like that. I don't remember the symbol name right now, and that is not, you know, added in my watch list. All right, otherwise it will, you know, it's going to be easy to bring that chart. So, you know, it was a vaccine company, right? So vaccine, you know, like a company. We have seen, you know, strength on that stock from $2 to, I think it went up to above $10. All right, it went above dollar or close to $10, and there was a, you know, 1 to 2 million shares volume. All right, okay. So when we see a lot of buyers or a lot of sellers are coming into a specific price, okay, that creates a very sharp move. All right, that creates very, very sharp moves. That's called price action. So where on this chart we can see a sharp sell-off is just coming over there, okay. This sharp sell-off is created by, you know, big players. All right, a lot of sellers were getting into the market at that price. All right, but the problem is in Forex market, you don't see, you know, volume is not a good indicator to use in the Forex market. All right, and it's not like stock market, not like, you know, stock. All right, so still you can use volume indicator, yeah, to figure it out that either buyers are just getting into the market or not. All right, so you can expect, you know, based on the patterns, based on the structure, that at current price, you know, at specific levels, we can see, you know, buyers can jump in, and once they jump in, or sellers can jump in. Once they jump in, then simply you follow them, right? And that's called price action, right? That's called price action. So based on patterns, based on structure, we assume that they can get in, or you can use indicators, or else your indicators can tell you that they can get in the market at a specific price. All right, so when I say that watch for sharp buy or sharp sell, all right, that means you are expecting that a lot of buyers or sellers going to get into the market, and then they're gonna reverse the price. Okay, they're gonna reverse the price. If they are not coming, all right, and small sellers or you know, big players are not participating into the market, then you're going to see correction over there, okay, and that correction highly likely going to go with the previous trend. All right, okay, or you're going to see flag, and that flag going to break and going to continue with the previous trend. Okay, so this is a very, you know, simple logic, but very strong logic, all right, for you know, predicting the next move of the market. Okay, so same goes with the Uzi Chief. We are having a trend over there, all right, and prices still keep trending for upside. Okay, so same goes with this chart. Yeah, buyers are still in control. Okay, we are having daily correction. we had daily correction. Okay, we had that daily correction. And if I'm gonna look at the 4-hour time frame, okay, so same goes with this chart. You are expecting it to either correct again, okay, and continue to keep pushing higher, or a lot of sellers to jump into the market. Okay, when a lot of sellers are going to jump into the market, you're going to see sharp sell-off. Okay, you're going to see correction and price to drop, you know, below that trend line. All right, so price action. Okay, a lot of sellers to jump into the market. So same goes with this chart. Okay, so this chart is very much similar like the Chifian chart which I have shown you previously. It is testing the weekly top. Okay, so top is not 100% confirmed that the price gonna hold. Okay, don't just get into the market based on the previous top, or don't just simply get into the market based on the support and resistance. All right, support and resistance is just nothing. All right, support and resistance is nothing. All right, just an indication for you that the price reversed in past, okay, and may reverse again in future. All right, but there is no guarantee that the price is going to hold support and resistance. Okay, yeah, it depends on the market participant. Okay, if they want to get into the market at the same price, yeah, a lot of, you know, buyers and sellers jump into the market at the same price. Okay, then you're gonna see reversals. All right, if they're not gonna jump into the market, you're gonna see break up. All right, you're gonna see price gonna break the support and resistance and gonna head for the next support and resistance. Okay, so it is testing the previous top, still in a trend for upside. Okay, if I'm gonna look at this chart, last week we were expecting it to form something like an expanding triangle formation and continue to keep dragging lower, but it went higher. Okay, went higher, went for the previous top, and you know, struggling at the previous top. All right, and if I'm gonna look at the, you know, trend, okay, so we are still in a trend, and next week you are simply looking, when market open, you're simply looking a correction over there, or price to retest that top. All right, that kind of correction to form over there. Okay, so you can see sell setup was there. All right, that correction to form, and you're looking this trade. Okay, if move is going to be pretty sharp, a decent move, yeah, we are expecting a decent drop on this chart, right? And if it comes, then go all the way back within these areas again. Okay, a decent drop we can see over there on this chart. So if I'm going to look at the lower time frame, price is already correcting on a 1 hour time frame chart. When market can open, you are simply looking for this to complete and break out. Okay, there you can see, yeah, a lot of sellers came into the market and they reversed the price. Okay, there you can see that sellers were not there. Okay, there they jump in. Okay, now price is struggling. All right, so we need again, you know, a lot of sellers over there, this trend to break. All right, and if we're gonna see that correction, this correction gonna be a good indication that the price has done for more upside, and now it's going to break down for the downside. All right, so the way it has done previously, so similar way you are looking this to do again. Okay, so there you can see. Okay, so we waited a lot for this trend to break out. Okay, we waited almost you know, 3 days. Okay, we waited for this chart to break down for 3 days. Okay, so we were not having any sell-off. Price was just keep correcting and keep going higher, keep correcting, keep going higher, keep correcting, keep going higher. Okay, keep correcting, keep going higher, keep correcting, keep going higher. And there we can see that a lot of sellers, they jump into the market, or you can see that one big seller, they sold. All right, they jump into the market and then they reverse the trend. Okay, so this is what you are waiting for. That's called price action. Okay, that's called price action, guys. All right, so after that we have seen a correction, and there we were selling, and then again price started to drop over there. Okay, so this price action, this behavior will appear over there all the time. Okay, that's for sure, because there are two forces into the market, buyers and sellers. Okay, when sellers want to set a trend, or when they want to reverse us a bullish trend, okay, you're gonna see they're gonna jump into the market at a same price with full force. Okay, and they will reverse that. They will reverse that trend. Okay, So we see that we see this price action very often, okay, very often, very, every day, okay, we see that every day. So you are looking for that to happen from that top. Okay, so there you can see, okay, so a lot of sellers, they jump into the market, all right, and price was trying to reverse for upside, all right, but they are struggling, buyers are struggling. So for next week, you simply looking for this to go lower for another leg, okay, this leg, all right. So you're looking for this to lower time frame correction and price to drag lower all the way back to that low, right? So if I'm gonna look at the, okay, so this is a trending move signal, okay, so trending move signal with this previous trend. Okay, so you just need to watch for a correction over there and price to just keep dragging lower. We were selling it from there, all right, and still looking for this to keep dragging lower. All right, so a decent correction on this chart too, okay, on a 4-hour time frame, and this daily move to continue to keep dragging lower. Okay, if I'm gonna draw my trend line and this to at least drag lower, okay, up to that low, all right. So yes, make sure you get into the trade for the sell side after having a correction over there, okay? Don't jump into the trade without correction, because price still can go higher, okay? We are not interested for the upside, okay, but price still can go higher. So you see this decent correction over there, okay, and once that decent correction complete, then you start looking for this to break down and continue to go lower, okay? If you're gonna jump in without having that correction, you may end up losing, all right? Okay, so on a Euro Chief, you're simply looking for a continuation of the previous trend, okay, or a short-term sell. Okay, so price to slightly break beyond this previous top and then go lower, okay, that trade. If I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, because Euro is staying in a sideways market against the Chief, all right, and still struggling to push more higher, all right, there is no sign at all for big move for the upside on the Euro against the Chief, okay, so still a short-term, trending trade for the downside, okay, as long as price stay above this trend line. You see that trend line, okay, price stay above that, okay, there is no sell opportunity for you. And once you see that the price is breaking that trend line, okay, so this trend line is enough, all right. In other words, yeah, this trend line means that price is staying above the moving averages, okay. I'm gonna pull out my moving averages. You can see there price is staying above those moving averages, all right. So if I'm going to go to the 15-minute time frame or 5-minute time frame, all right, so these moving averages are telling me that the price is in a trend for upside. Okay, so trend line is a very good indication for understanding the trend, all right. And once you see that the trend line is going to break down, okay, it means that the trend is going to reverse, okay. You are going to see a drop on it, okay. You're looking for that, you're looking for this, and you're looking for it to continue. Okay, sharp sell-off, correction, continue to keep dragging lower. All right, so Bitcoin, okay, so Bitcoin is gone higher, okay, almost with 100%, almost 100%, all right, not exact, yeah, almost 100%, okay, so 100% strength since I have shown you a buy opportunity from there on 29,000, all right, almost 100%. So is there a reversal on this chart or a bigger correction, all right? So we were in a bigger correction on this chart, all right, at 42,000, all right. So we were in a bigger correction on a daily correction. If I'm gonna look at the 4-hour time frame, all right, so at that chart, I think, all right, so there we were in a bigger correction, okay, when it was about to test the previous top, okay. We have seen it back to at that low at 29,000, okay, and then it never looked back, all right, and all right, so it was just keep pushing higher, okay. So it went just straight to the upside, to the 60,000, all right. So 60,000 is the next mark. So is there a sign on the Bitcoin for reversal? There is no sign at all on Bitcoin for reversal, okay. So it is in a strong trend, okay, and still can keep pushing higher. So if I'm gonna pull out my trend line over there, okay, as long as price stay above the trend and keep correcting, okay. So last week, if you remember that, I was asking you to look for, you know, continuation of these corrections. All right, so price is still rising after having these corrections. All right, so same again like last week, you had that correction, price pushing higher, you had that correction, you had that correction, you had that correction. All right, so you're simply looking for another correction on a 4-hour time frame and that correction to break up. All right, that correction to form and stay trending. Okay, how far to go? All right, just keep pushing higher. As long as price keep correcting, stay trending. All right, and once you see that the trend is going to break down very aggressively, okay, then yes, go back into a daily time frame correction. Okay, then go a bit deeper. Yes, there is possibility that you know, Bitcoin can raise its gain, yeah, in couple of days. All right, it can raise its gain in couple of days. Okay, it can visit 30,000 within no time. All right, like it has done there. Okay, it dropped with $12,000, you know, within 15 days. Okay, there you can see that 30% drop we have seen, or $13,000, 14, yeah, $13,500 drop. So it can you know, do that again. All right, it can drop again. So make sure you understand that risk and trade accordingly. All right, don't just simply follow anyone blindly. Okay, don't just simply follow anyone blindly. It's a very high risky, you know, volatile assets right now, and has a high risk. All right, high risk, high spread, everything. If you are using leverage, whatever the way you are trading on it, all right, so there is a very high risk with this asset right now. All right, okay, the way it is rising, similar way it can drop, guys. We have experienced that. Okay, we have seen that in, you know, in December. All right, December 2017. Yeah, in last month we have seen, you know, strength on this chart from 30,000 to, you know, I mean, not last month, right? So this month in February, okay, from 30,000 to 60,000, 100% strength. Okay, what is going to be the next? All right, similar kind of, you know, candle for more upside, or a huge drop over there to the downside. Okay, so it's a very volatile, all right, and very uncertain right now. Okay, for the for next move. All right, yeah, for next move, which I have just shown you on a lower time frame, or on a 4-hour time frame, that's what you are looking. Short term, one more up move. Okay, as long as price keep correcting, short term, one more up move. Okay, after having that one more up move, if price goes again for a 4-hour time frame correction, yeah, another up move. Now, as long as price keep correcting, you stay bullish. Yeah, and once price start falling very aggressively to the downside, okay, so stop buying it, and start looking for this to go into a correction. All right, so trade smartly. All right, because this is a very high risk asset. Right, so who's, you know, making money on Bitcoin, guys? Those who are buying at the 55,000 or 50,000, they are not making money. All right, they are making money, okay, but they are making a small portion of money. All right, I mean, they are making 1 to 2 risk reward ratio, 1 to 3 risk reward ratio. All right, 1 to 4 risk reward ratio. Yeah, which you can make on other assets too, which are less risky and less volatile as with compared to the Bitcoin. All right, who's making money? Those guys are making money, those who are holding it from the lows. All right, their profit is multiplying. Okay, those who are holding it from, let's say, $1,000, all right, or $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000, or let's say $10,000, they are making money. Those who are longer term holders on it. So short term, you know, investors, they are still making, they still can make money, but they can make money for short term. All right, if you think that you're gonna make money buying Bitcoin at 60,000, all right, and you're gonna make tons of money by, you know, Bitcoin at 60,000, you are simply, you know, on a wrong side of the market, okay? And that you can pay a lot of price, okay, by buying Bitcoin at the current price for more upside. Don't just simply follow the media, what they are saying, okay? They create hypes all the time, okay? Media and broker, it's, you know, a lot of, you know, ads you're gonna see on your social, you know, platforms that Bitcoin is rising, buy Bitcoin, Bitcoin is rising, buy Bitcoin, okay? So this is not going to give you a lot of money, okay, at current levels, okay? You know what I'm saying? If you're looking Bitcoin to rise for another 10,000, okay, you have to buy somewhere there within these areas, okay? And you know, yeah, tight stop loss gonna be a 1,000. Look at that stop loss, okay? $1,000 move. It's just nothing on the Bitcoin, okay? It can, you know, raise that $1,000 very quickly, okay? So you have to use up, you know, stop loss something like $2,000 or you know, a $3,000, okay, because of the volatility, okay? And then you can expect it to continue to keep pushing higher up to 70,000, all right, or 60, you know, 65,000, somewhere there, okay? Just look at your risk reward ratio. It's similar like other assets, all right? Similar like 1 to 3, 1 to 4, like other assets, okay? And if you go with a very tight stop loss on a lower time frame, let's say, you know, let's say something like that, okay? You're waiting for a pullback somewhere there within these areas, okay, and putting stop loss somewhere there, yeah, $500 stop loss or $100 stop loss, okay? So your spread gonna wipe you out if you are using leverage, all right, because of the volatility. So still the trade you're gonna make over there gonna be very much similar like other assets, okay? 1 to 5, yeah, 1 to 4. This is the best scenario. I'm showing you best scenario, okay? 1 to 5. This is the best scenario on Bitcoin, okay? If it goes for 65,000, so you can get a similar kind of trade on other assets, okay? 1 to 4, okay? I have just shown you a euro yen trade, all right? Euro yen trade. Let me, you know, look at that, okay? So euro yen trade. So euro yen trade gonna be a much better by buying the Bitcoin at current price for a big move to the downside. So you're gonna get a 1 to 2 there, and if it goes all the way back to that low, where we are anticipating it to go, okay, so 1 to 7. All right, so first of all, look at your risk and reward, okay? How much you're gonna risk and what are the chances to get stopped out on that trade, all right? Bitcoin having a high volatility, yeah, if you're gonna buy at the current price, all right, if spike come to the downside, sharp drop come to the downside, you're gonna wipe out, okay? You're gonna stop out, and after we have just recently seen that drop, right? And that sharp drop was, you know, 6%, all right, 3,600. So understand your risk reward ratio. So, you know, I'm having a lot of calls from my friends, okay? They are asking me to where they should invest, right, in cryptocurrencies. So I simply asking them, you simply miss the move on the Bitcoin, just simply stay away from the Bitcoin, run away from the Bitcoin, okay? And watch those coins which are still sitting at the floor, okay? Where you can get, you know, return similar like the Bitcoin. So Bitcoin can give you short-term continuation trades, okay? And once you get into the trade, just keep taking your profit off. Don't stick to the longer-term trades for more upside, buying at 60,000 on the Bitcoin, okay? So just trade for 4-hour time frame. Okay, oil. We have seen oil also reversed, all right? So on this weekly chart, after, you know, dropping, going beyond, you know, below the zero, negative. So stick to this chart similar way the way I have just shown you the other charts, okay? So short-term trending. Okay, so we were expecting it to break out last week, all right? So we got a breakout for short-term for another like higher, all right? And that move happened, okay? And yeah, it is still strong. Okay, so we are still expecting it to hold that and can break out, okay? So let me simply tell you in a simple way, okay? So break out and continue to go higher, all right? If it is not breaking up, okay, and we are having a bigger correction, okay, go there up to the trend line and still trending, okay, go up to 65. Okay, so natural gas is not a good chart to watch these days, okay? So I'm gonna ignore it and gonna move on to the equities, okay? So where the opportunity is. So again, indices are super strong, all right? So if you're going to look at the 2-week chart, and we are in a strong bullish trend. Okay, no doubt about that. Okay, what is the target on the S&P 500 is the 4,000. Okay, so 4,000 is the target. Is there opportunity for next week? Yes, there is opportunity. Okay, but yes, those who understand, you know, I mean, those who don't understand. Okay, let me show you another chart first. Okay, that's the yield. Okay, so we are anticipating yield to go up to 50. All right, go up to 50, or just simply break out that. Okay, and go much higher. Yeah, three is far away. Okay, so go to 2%. Go to 2%. All right, so if we are going to see a sharp breakout over there on the yield, okay, a quick move over there above 150, which we are looking for, we are expecting that gonna happen. All right, then indices is gonna stay under pressure. Okay, we're not gonna see, you know, a big move over there for more upside on the indices. Again, you are looking for short-term trade on the indices. You are not looking for a big move for the upside. Okay, and waiting for a bigger daily correction. Okay, I mean, waiting for a 10% drop. Okay, so 10 or yeah, or similar kind of 5% drop at least. All right, somewhere there before the trend to resume. If I'm gonna use that trend line, okay, up to this trend line. Okay, so we are waiting for, you know, that kind of a big correction over there for more upside. So that's not there yet. Okay, but when you are buying, make sure you keep that thing in mind, that the S&P 500 still can go for a bigger correction. Okay, so 5% drop for next week trade. Okay, you're simply looking for another leg higher. That's it. Okay, so your trade is the next bullish leg from that bottom, right? Price to go, hold, and that's the trade. Okay, back to that top, or 4,000 is the target. New high to come. Okay, so same goes with the Nasdaq 100 index. Okay, I'm gonna simply look at the 4-hour time frame. No need to look at the bigger time frame. All right, so analysis is same like the S&P 500. If drop, then go for a bigger correction. Okay, breakout. Okay, this breakout and go up to 14,000. All right, so you look in this lag over there, 14,000. Okay, so Nikki Index, also same analysis. Nikki Index has a huge room to run for more upside. All right, so you look in this to break up for another leg higher. Again, if you are buying, okay, make sure you understand that they can go for a bigger correction. All right, so this too for another leg higher. Correction is just there. You're looking for this to hold that flat formation bottom. All right, and you're looking for this to go for that leg. Okay, so UK 100 index also to break out. Okay, when UK gonna be, you know, next week UK government gonna announce that they are going to reopen. Okay, then that can drive the FTSE 100 index for more upside. Okay, so breakout and continue to go higher. It has a lot of room for more upside. Okay, as with compared to the other indices. So still there's gonna be a good opportunity, good return on this. All right, so 100 index. So US oil or WTI, same like the you know, crude. All right. Okay, so first of all, you're looking at to breakout. Okay, similar way that we have just shown on the S&P 500. Okay, so from the current price, breakout and continue for the next leg. All right, breakout and continue for the next leg. Okay, if not breaking, then simply go down. Right, go down up to the trend line. All right, this trend line to break down, or flag to break down, which is already there. Okay, then again continue the trend for more upside, up to 65 mark. All right, so let's look at the dollar, the Dow. All right, Dow is also same like the DAX. Okay, so this simple flat formation to continue the trend. All right, so short-term, buy opportunity over there from this previous bottom. Okay, so come down, test, and another leg higher. Or short-term target going to be that previous top. All right, so same goes there. All right, so short-term, one more up leg. Okay, and you are waiting for a bigger correction over there on Russell 1000. Okay, so short-term, another leg higher and waiting for a bigger correction. Okay, so US Russell 2000 is also the same chart like the other indices. So staying short-term bullish on the indices as long as trend is there. Okay, hopefully you guys see my chart clearly on the trading view, guys. Okay, so that's what you are looking on the US Russell 2000 short-term up. Okay, so on Russell 3000 is also same short-term, one more up leg and waiting for a pullback. Okay, so I have shown you US 10-year yield, all right, chart. Okay, if that keeps rising very aggressively, okay, then we're going to see more upside on the indices. Indices going to capped over there at the previous top. Okay, and short-term, still short-term buy going to be over there on a lower time frame, yeah, at the previous top. So that's the Russell. All right, so Euro stock is also same short-term trending for upside. All right, flag also already broke out and was trying to push more higher. You're looking short-term upside continuation. All right, so Frank 40 also looking for a short-term 4-hour time frame continuation for more upside and waiting for a bigger correction. All right, one more up leg. All right, so on this chart you are also looking for another leg higher. All right, Australian dollar was strong and ASX was weaker. All right, so once you're going to see that the sell-off on the Australian dollar, obviously there's going to be a buy opportunity. Okay, opposite. And the Nifty also one more leg on a 4-hour time frame. Okay, breakout and short term, one more up leg and wait for a bigger correction. All right, so now let's look at the metals, guys. Okay, so maybe some of you guys are waiting for the gold. Okay, gold gonna be a buy opportunity for next week, all right, from the current price. And you're simply looking for gold to go back up. All right, and again there also watch the yield. Okay, if yield keeps pushing higher, then gold not gonna be a good buy opportunity. Okay, but we are simply looking for a gold to hold current price and at least go there. Okay, up to 1880 or go all the way back to 1960. All right, so commodities prices are rising. Copper is just following the gold. Platinum is following the gold, and gold still can go higher further, like higher for that flat formation. All right, that flat formation. So it's a good place. It is at a good place. So again, the logic which I have already explained to you over there, guys. What was the logic? Yeah, so you need a price action. Okay, so how price action appears over there on your chart? When a lot of buyers or sellers participate in the market, okay, or big players participate in the market at a specific price, then you see a quick move from that price. So that's what you are waiting for. Okay, so we already got some buying over there. Okay, and you're simply looking for this to just keep rising over there from the current price. Okay, so silver to go back and test 30. Okay, silver to go back and test $30 mark. All right, so if I'm gonna look at this flat formation, last week I was asking you to wait for a correction. Okay, we had that correction, we got a breakout. Okay, breakout wasn't strong enough. Okay, so this to go back up to 30 mark. All right, and copper, as long as copper keep correcting, you staying trending. But I don't see a lot of I don't see a lot of potential over there left on the copper. Okay, I see that the copper is going to fall very aggressively again. All right, but that time is not there yet. All right, we are not having reversal on the copper. Okay, but what we are having trend, and yes, there's going to be a very good sell-off on copper for longer term to the downside. All right, but that longer term sell-off still can take a lot of time before price to reverse to the downside for longer term. So you should not look for a sell right now on the copper. You should just simply stick to the bullish trend. Okay, and as long as price keep trending over there or keep correcting over there, you staying trending for upside. Okay, and once you see that again a lot of sellers are going to participate into the market for the downside, you're gonna see a lot of strong sell off to the downside. Okay, and that's what you are waiting, yeah, for longer term. Okay, for short term, again, correct and stay trending. Okay, that it has done previously at these areas. Okay, correct again and trend again. Okay, or use your moving averages, guys. Okay, price to come back within the moving averages, hold your moving averages and continue to keep trending over there for upside. Okay, so platinum first. All right, so platinum is also similar way the way copper is doing. All right, so but this we are having a lot of room on this chart as it compared to the copper. Okay, this might be a pocket for the investors to push this more higher. Okay, this is still lagging, so you're simply following the corrections. All right, this is not so strong as we are having strength on the copper. All right, so it means that you need to manage your positions really well for more upside. Okay, so you look in this correction to continue to keep pushing higher. Okay, or again use moving averages for price to hold and stay trending for upside. All right, so platinum is not a good chart, so let's just ignore. All right, for upside. So let's look at the Ethereum. Okay, Ethereum again, as long as corrections are there, you are staying trending. Okay, but again, I have already explained to you guys, you are just staying a short term bullish on as long as they are correcting, you are staying into the trend. Okay, they are behaving similar way the way stock market is behaving. So make sure you understand that and understand your risk, understand your profit. All right, and if you are longer term buyers and holding these coins, you are making tons of money on them. Okay, so Ethereum OITA is also same. OITA is just running away from the lows. Okay, so 140 now. All right, and correction to just keep breaking higher. Okay, that correction to just keep breaking higher. All right, that's the trend. So Litecoin is also same. Litecoin also has a potential to push more higher. Okay, so stay trending. Okay, so correction and trending. Corrections can get bigger. All right, so understand that. So because copper, Ripple has a potential. Ripple is the coin which is just sitting over there because of the SEC. All right, so buy this as much low as you can. All right, close to these lows. All right, so at least 30 cents. Okay, so Monero, stay trending. All right, so corrections are just there, and price just stay trending for upside. Okay, so breakout and continue to keep rising over there. Okay, so Dash is also same, and is there, easy chart. Okay, not complicated. Okay, so again we are having a strong risk on move everywhere. People are just buying everything whatever they have. Right, they are just buying everything whatever they have. Okay, so correction and just keep rising. All right, so XM also correction and just keep rising. Okay, we already had that correction. All right, and price to correct over there on this 1 hour time frame chart and stay trending. Again, they are well away from the bottom, so you are looking for short-term continuations for upside. All right, so these two keep breaking and keep pushing higher. All right, and NEM also stay trending. NEM is also reversing from the lows. All right, yeah, so pushing higher, and there is a lot of potential to go all the way back to that top, like Ethereum. All right, so what to do, just follow your lower time frame, one hour time frame corrections. All right, and easy charts, easy corrections, and they are just, you know, rising in a directional move. Okay, as long as they are correcting, you are staying bullish. So that's the structure. Okay, you're looking for it to pull back somewhere there within 50 cents and looking for a continuation move. All right, so Lumen is also same, all right, and rising. Okay, so let's go to the 4-hour time frame. So trend, okay, trend is there, all right, another pullback to this and trending for upside. All right, so ADA, okay, let's look at the ADA. ADA was a very cheap coin. Okay, so when I was asking you to guys look for buy, very cheap coin was sitting somewhere there at you know, there at that price, 3 cent. All right, now it's running around. These coins gonna give you money, guys. Okay, so Bitcoin is already made its move. All right, that's not for you, that's for big players. Okay, that's for institutions now. Okay, those who are having billions of dollars. Okay, they can put billions, you know, let's say they put, you know, 1 billion at $50,000. Okay, and if it goes up to 55 or 60, yeah, 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio is still going to be enough for them. All right, but if you are looking, you know, for $2,000 to go up to $30,000 or $50,000, okay, then you have to choose, then you have to do a lot of research. Okay, simply, yeah, it's not so much easy to put $2,000 into the market and turn that $2,000 to $50,000. All right, you need to do some research on that. Okay, and obviously you have to show a lot of patience before you're gonna get that kind of, you know, return. All right, so ADA is doing that. All right, right now. So short-term trending on the ADA, yeah, similar like others. So if you got a, you know, already buying position on it from the lows, okay, then this to behave in a similar way like others. Okay, so correct and continue. Yeah, it's not a best coin right now. It has made its move. All right, 3 cent to 110. It has made 100, you know, 1.10, sorry, $1.10. All right, so it has made its move. It's not a best coin anymore. It's made its move. So you only can expect it to just keep pushing higher for short term, you know, trending move with the previous trend. All right, but there are many other coins which are still sitting close to the floor, guys, like you know, OITA or Ripple. All right, there are many others. All right, you can, you know, can do some research on them and can trade. So now let's look at the stock. All right, stock GME is just sitting close to the floor. As said before, that this is not going to sustain its trend. All right, and coming close to the floor. Yeah, it can go lower, below 10. Okay, there is possibility that the price gonna go below 10. All right, because sellers are still in control. Same gonna happen with the AMC. Okay, AMC can go below 4. All right, don't buy them, they are not good to buy. BlackBerry also gonna go lower. All right, you know, Nikola also gonna sit back to the 13. Tesla, stay trending on these big names. Okay, stay trending on these big names. All right, so, you know, this to break out and continue with the previous trend. Okay, so this correction to break out and test this previous top or go more higher for the next leg. All right, go beyond 1000 mark. All right, so NEO also same. All right, so now let's move on. NEO also stay trending. Okay, but make sure you manage your positions, guys. It's a short-term continuation trade. Okay, so it's not a, you know, longer term, you know, chart. Okay, so another leg higher to continue to keep pushing higher, or test this previous top. Okay, that previous top. All right, so same goes with this chart. All right, not a you know, nice correction. Okay, this correction can slightly push more lower before, you know, going to continue to go higher. So So stay bullish on the Apple. Short-term continuation leg higher. All right, so breakout and continue the trend. Previous top or new high. Amazon also stay trending for upside. All right, and this triangle, symmetrical triangle to break out or test that low. All right, this low and go higher. Microsoft, yeah, pull back, correct at least back to the trend line. All right, and then continue to keep pushing higher. All right, so Nvidia also pull back or flat formation. All right, or expanding triangle, let's see, and then continue the trend. All right, so that's the Nvidia. And Google also stay trending for short term for upside. Okay, but yes, wait for a deeper pullback. All right, deeper pullback is due. Okay, it has already made its move. All right, that deeper pullback is due on it. Okay, so Facebook to just keep trending for upside. All right, and that triangle to break out and form a new high on the Facebook. All right, so let's just finish here, guys. Enough for this week. Bank, Dutch Bank is sitting at the floor. Let me check if I do have that chart. Boeing, there is a potential on Boeing. All right, there is potential on Boeing. Okay, this chart still has a huge potential for more upside. Okay, Boeing can continue to keep rising. So Dutch Bank, all right, as I have said before, guys, European bank, DBSK, right, DBK. Right, so as I said before, these are not going to give you a huge run. Right, these charts, this is not going to give you a huge run. Okay, it may take a lot of time before going to rise. Okay, but yes, obviously they're gonna rise. Okay, that's for sure. All right, everyone knows that they're gonna rise. Okay, but when they're gonna rise, everything depends on the ECB. How ECB gonna gonna do with their easing policy. All right, and it still has the potential to drag for another leg lower before going to continue to keep pushing higher. Okay, that's a longer term structure. Okay, and that's what price is gonna do. Definitely this is gonna play out longer term. We're gonna have reversal. Okay, but it still can drop for another leg lower back to 4 or maybe up to 2. All right, it still can drop on this weekly time frame, but on a daily time frame it's correcting. All right, so maybe this might be a start for a rise on it. All right, we can't see anything. All right, but fundamentals are not suggesting for that rise right now. Okay, it's trying to set up for continuation for more upside. I don't see that is going to happen. I see that the price again gonna fall back within these areas back to $5 mark. If you're a very longer term investor and looking for a longer term position, okay, I will suggest you to wait for it to get back to the previous bottom again. All right, up to $4 or $4.50 or maybe new low, and then invest in it for longer term. Right, and if it is not going to rise, let's say the strength which we have seen previously, all right, on it, yeah, back to 85 mark. All right, then at least it's gonna go back to this previous high where it is right now, up to 10 or $20 mark. All right, 20 points mark. All right, so still gonna be a good all right, good trade for you. All right, so let's just finish here. Let's just finish here, guys, and we'll see you back again in another weekly market outlook next week. Until then, bye bye, have a nice weekend and profitable week. Thank you, bye bye.